Hello all of you. We are here today to discuss about another important topic, that is the resume, the most important thing before you go to an interview.
Best practices for a resume. Now, for example, if you are a person who come with an experience, we call it chronological resume, or you might have heard of a CV, right? The CV is built by a person who has experience, like couple of years, like 2 or 3 years. Just look at the resume. Here in chronological resume, your marks doesn't hold much of an importance. So it is okay to not mention marks here. It is okay to not mention marks here, but the employment history will have a very good weightage. So look at the employment history here, a brief, good employment history written. And look at the formation of the resume, how good it is. If imagine if you are a HR, you would definitely pick this over this, correct? So this is what we are going to build today. So this is a chronological resume. This is for a person who is experienced. Now moving further, this is a functional resume, which is for a fresher. The name, your career objective, your education, your skills comes, your project. Now, why project is important? We are going to talk about it later. Now, and extracurricular activities, achievements, and awards. But what is the difference between a chronological resume and a functional resume? Here, your education credential is very important because you are a fresher. A HR would definitely go through your education credentials. Moving further, this is a hybrid resume. What is a hybrid resume? The mix of these two, right? The mix of the chronological resume and the functional resume. For example, if you have done your UG undergraduation, if you have finished your engineering and you decided to work for a couple of years, and then you decided to do your masters, and then you want to get back to work again, then you will have to build a hybrid resume where your education credentials also is equally important and your experience, right? So that is called as a hybrid resume. And this is what you're seeing is called a targeted resume. What makes it more targeted? For example, look at this person. She is a graphic designer or a photographer. It is so evident in her resume that she is a graphic designer. Her resume is designed like that. I'm not telling you all to design your resume like this, but what I'm telling you all engineers is, if you are a computer science engineer, what you can do to make your resume more targeted. For example, if you have learned a couple of skills over the internet, for example, if you have learned digital marketing, if you have learned CATIA Pro E in your first or second semester, CAD you have learned, and for mechanical engineers, if you have learned C or C++, what happens is when you're applying for if for example a computer science engineer is applying for a job which is in the field of computer science, he mentioning digital marketing or CAD in his skills and emphasizing more on it doesn't make any sense. Instead, if he can put more information about C, C++, or the languages that he's known or the platform that he's worked on, that gives him an advantage. That gives him an edge over the others. And that makes his resume more targeted towards the job. And that is how you guys can make your resume more targeted, right?
Stay tuned and thank you for listening.